This is what a lot of agents will not tell you, or you don't know, if you have never sold a house in the past. Houses typically do not sell for 3 reasons, and these are the 3 reasons. If you price a house just right in this market, I'm telling you, your house will be sold in under a week.
Hey Cheri, how do you sell a house?
Huh. Oh, that's a great question. First thing first off, I have to get my coffee going. And while that is going, I'll tell you a little bit more about me. What's up, beautiful people? I'm Cheri, your favorite realtor here in Michigan. I'm so excited to have you guys back. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my YouTube channel and if you think this information that I'm going to share with you in this video is informative, like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe, please. I'll truly appreciate it. And then the people that have subscribed to my YouTube channel, welcome back and thank you. Okay, so that was a great question. How do you sell a house in today's market? I'm closer. Yo. You want to stay to the end of this video because this is everything you need to know when it comes to selling your house. You may have seen other videos in the past, or you may even read about how to sell your house. But this, I'm telling you stuff that agents won't tell you because they want you to hire an agent. Of course, I want you to hire an agent like me because we'll get it sold. However, though, just stay tuned in this video because I am dropping gems throughout the whole video. It's things that's not even in written that I'm putting in this video. I cannot stress this enough. Inventory is low. I need inventory here in Michigan. And if you are interested in selling a house, you know how to reach me. Like, look at the description of this video. You can contact me, Facebook, Instagram. We need inventory. So let me help you sell a house. However, though, you don't necessarily need to hire an agent to sell a house. Cheers, you're officially awesome, right? So the first step into getting your house prepared to go on the market is you definitely want to do your due diligence. Like, I cannot stress this enough. So what's all involved with doing your due diligence? You want to make sure that you have all the proper documentation. You want to make sure you fill out seller's disclosures, you have the lid-based paid for. And if you're unfamiliar with these forms, just leave a comment so I can further express how you fill the forms out. So that's important. And then what I like to do personally, this is why you should hire an agent. You definitely want to reach out to a title company so you can run the title on the house. So you can make sure there's no liens or encumbrances that will stop you from selling the property. It's just that simple. Because you can go through the whole process and then when it's time to execute the agreement, which is close, you can't close because you don't have a clean title. Like, just hire an agent and I'll do it for you, right? All right, listen, this is what a lot of agents will not tell you, or you don't know, if you have never sold a house in the past. You definitely want to reach out to your municipality, which is your city, your town, whoever, and make sure you do not need a certification of occupancy to close on a deal, because you can get fined. If you don't have that certification and the city gets a hold to knowing that you closed on a deal, you sold it, without getting a city inspection done to make sure everything is in order with that house, then they can fine you and they can fine the buyer too. So you just want to make sure you're doing things appropriately and then also making sure it's fair, because sometimes you need that certification of occupancy to close on a house or even for just the buyer to actually occupy the property. Step number 2. Step number 2 is drink more coffee. Step number 2 is you want to hire still a real estate agent like myself, right? Because you can definitely sell a house on your own. However, though, you want to make sure that you are netting the most amount of money. And how can you net the most amount of money? By hiring a stellar real estate agent like me, Cheri, okay? So on a serious note, it's important because even with the vetting process of a professional, you want to make sure that you reach out to someone or interview multiple people so that they know the market, they know how to actually reach the buyers, they market your property, and you price it out correctly. So we'll get into the next step, which is pricing the house right. Price the house correctly. Houses typically do not sell for 3 reasons, and these are the 3 reasons. Either you trying to sell it on your own, or the person you hire to sell it is one reason. The second reason is the marketing, which is the exposure the house is getting. And then the most common one, honestly, is price. Price is so important. Listen, I know you want to get the most amount of money that you can, but don't be greedy, because buyers, they're smart. A lot of times they shop online, they do research, and they know the area, as well as you need to do before pricing a house. Pricing a house takes time to actually look at the comps. The comps are important because that is data. This is real data that you can use when you're pricing a house, right? So you pretty much take the immediate area around the subject house and you go out from like 90 to 180 days and you see what's sold in the area, because you only want to do sold listings. And sold listings are important because that will tell you how much a buyer is willing to pay for that house in your market. And then another thing to consider when doing comps is the condition of your property. You want to take the house that's most comparable to yours as far as the style, condition, and compare it, and then that's how you get the perfect price that you should list your house for. So pricing is really, really important when it comes to listing your house on the market, because buyers are not stupid. They do their research just like you do your research. And plus, they probably be looking, I can ramble on, but I'm not. Let's go to step number 4. This is giving me the energy I need right now. If you're watching this, you're officially awesome. Yes, thank you for your support. If you have any questions about these steps, just leave a comment. Okay, so step number 4. This step is so important and relates to step number 3, which is pricing the house correctly. Step number 4 is to know the market. Know how many days houses are sitting on the market in your area. This will help you plan so much better, because if you are going to purchase another house and it's contingent off the sale of your house, you want to know on average how many days on the market are other houses sitting, so you have a better timeline as to how much time you have to prepare to put it on the market, and you have a realistic idea of how long the house is going to sit on the market. So typically, because right now in Michigan, inventory is, like I said, we still experience inventory is low. If you price a house just right in this market, I'm telling you, your house will be sold in under a week. And if it's in a very desirable neighborhood, it's going to be sold in a day. It's going to go pending in a day. So that's why I price, and that's why you need to know the days on market, because it is some areas like rural areas where you price a house, it can be priced just right, but the buyers are taking their time to shop around, or they just don't know your house is on the market yet, or they have leisure to just shop around. So you gotta just know how long it takes for you to sell your property. Step number 5, this is important. Like, this is why you need to hire an agent. I'm gonna say this throughout the video because it's so important. Like, you want to diagnose yourself with an illness, right? Because you don't know everything that's involved with the symptoms, the illness, and why your body is reacting the way it's reacting. So you go to a doctor and then they see you and they diagnose you. You want to hire an agent that's going to walk through the house, give you ideas on how to properly stage the house. It's even important to hire an inspector to walk through the house, so you and the inspector can go over the condition of the house. They can inspect things, and then you know if there's any repairs that need to be made before you put the house on the market. And I say this because this can honestly save you thousands of dollars, because what I do, I like to negotiate for my buyers. And if something's wrong with the house, that's where I hit sellers the most, right? Okay, we can obviously see that this is wrong with the house. It may be a stain on the ceiling. We don't know what's going on with the actual roof or in the attic, because I'm not getting in the attic. My buyer's not getting in the attic. The inspector gets in the attic to just further determine what's going on with the roof. So if it is something serious, that's the perfect time during the inspection period for a buyer to get concessions or get a price reduction or whatever you need to rectify that problem. So it's really important for sellers to hire someone that will go into the house and tell you what's wrong with it, so you can get ahead of it before a buyer hires someone to walk that house and inspect it, and then they tell you how much it's worth to you, because typically it's going to be way more than just getting it fixed yourself. Now we on step number 6. This step is crucial. So what you want to do is hire someone to take professional photos to market your house. Why is this important? A lot of people shop online first. So you want to make sure you have appealing pictures to your buyers. It's so important. Like, I'm not going to go try on a dress at a store if it doesn't look great on the model, right? So who's going to walk through the house if the pictures are not quality pictures? If you hire an agent, they typically hire someone out to take the photos. But if you, as if you're an agent, you hire them and they come take photos of your house with their cell phone, you need to fire them on spot. Like, you need to fire them, because it's just, no, that's not it. That's not it. What Charlamagne say, that's not it.
In your pockets on a diet, I'm calling you Atkins.
Nah, that ain't it, y'all.
Don't do it. So step number 7, list your house. You have to think about what platforms you're listing the house on, and then also what is important is the description. Be very descriptive as possible. So if you make updates to the property, make sure you put that in the description. And then also, even with listing the pictures, you want to leave them guessing like, okay, what else is important about that house? Like you don't want to give them all the pictures. Make sure you be selective with the pictures, and then when you list it, make sure it's on high traffic websites. Number 8 is you want to market your house, right? Because remember I said earlier in conversation that one of the 3 reasons why houses don't sell is because of the marketing, which is the exposure on the property. So you want to make sure that you're telling everyone you know that you're selling your house. Offline and online. A lot of people just do online. No. You gotta do it offline too. Your neighbor may have a friend or family that's looking to move into the neighborhood. You need to know or have resources that you can reach out to your neighbor and say, hey, I'm selling my house. Because you want them to know you're selling, because they may know a buyer that's willing to pay what you're asking for the property. And so why it's important for days on the market is the longer sometimes houses sit on the market, people start to think things are wrong with your property when that is probably not the case. You just want to make sure you're getting the maximum amount of exposure. You're reaching out to everyone you know. You're boosting it online, because that's what us real estate agents do. We boost it. But you should hire an agent, because some of those, the costs or expenses, we absorb those. Like we pay out of pocket. I know me personally, I pay out of pocket to market my listings. It's important to get the maximum amount of exposure so the client can net the most amount of money. Selling a house is like, it's an emotional process, and sometimes the separation away from that can be very emotional. You should hire an agent though to just take some of the stress off of you. If you have thoughts of selling your house, just start interviewing agents. Start interviewing agents for help. You can sell your house on your own. I'm not against that. Like a lot of people like to do things on their own and have their hands involved in as much as possible. But you don't want to hire a weak agent at a weak moment. So make sure you take time before you even start the process of marketing your house on your own, that you interview agents just so you have a backup plan, and that you interview agents and vet them out so you can have a strong agent that's going to make sure they fight tooth and nail for you. So step number 9, negotiation. Negotiating the contract. This is my favorite part personally, because I'm a master negotiator. So you want to make sure you're getting the best deal for your client. And when it comes to the best deal, it's just not price. You have to think about the terms. So if you need 30 days after the deal have closed to stay on the property, you can negotiate that within the contract. A lot of sellers don't know that. A lot of sellers say, hey, I want to sell my house, but I don't want to be homeless. I hear that a lot. You don't have to be homeless. Just negotiate in a contract. You can go all the way up. If someone's financing, you can go all the way up to 90 days of occupancy after closing. Did you know that? I'm telling you, that's why you need to hire me. Okay, so the last step, you just take the load off. Wait to closing. So if you have properly did every step before this step, you can just wait and just be at ease, knowing that you have done a successful job at selling your property and then reaping the benefits of your harvest. All right, beautiful people. So if you have learned anything from this video, I want you to tell a friend about this video, right? Share this with a friend, share this with a coworker, share this with someone that is thinking about selling their property. And if you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. And also tell a friend, tell them about me, tell them. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Watch my other videos, and then also if you can think of anything that you have questions on about real estate, just drop me a comment, and then also hit that bell for notifications, and then hit that subscribe button. See you in the next video.